Question 32. Ali has a credit card which has no interest-free period. Interest is charged at 13.5% per annum, compounding daily on the amount owing. During the month, Ali made only one purchase of $450 using the credit card. The full amount owing was repaid 21 days later. Part A. Calculate the amount of interest charged on the purchase, assuming that interest is charged for the 21 days. It's given in the question that the interest is compounding daily, but the interest rate is quoted as 13.5% per annum or per year. Now we're assuming 365 days in a year. And since we're working in days, not in years, we need to work out the daily interest rate. So we start off with the yearly interest rate, 13.5%, and we divide that by the number of days assumed in a year. So we don't count the leap year, we just assume there are 365 days in a year. So the daily interest rate is 13.5% per annum divided by the number of days in a year, which is 365. So I've kept it in exact form. I'm not going to round it. I'll do all the rounding at the very end. So to work out the interest charged on the purchase of $450, we treat the $450 as the principal or the present value. And using the future value formula or the compound interest formula, the interest charged is equal to 450, so that's the principal or the present value, times 1 plus 13.5% over 365 in brackets to the power of 21. That gives you the total amount to be repaid. That is the interest plus the purchase. So we need to subtract from that the purchase or the purchase value of $450. And that gives us 3.50816 and so on, but we need to round that to the nearest cent. So the interest charged is $3.51. Part B. What percentage of the full amount repaid is the interest? Give the answer to 2 decimal places. The full amount repaid is $450, so that's the purchase price, plus the interest charged, which we worked out in Part A, of $3.51, and that gives us $453.51 in total to be repaid. So to work out the percentage of the full amount that is repaid in interest, we take the interest charged, divide that by the full amount to be repaid, and then multiply that by 100 to convert that into a percentage. So that equals 0.7739 and so on percent. But the question is asking us to give the answer to 2 decimal places. So rounding this value here to 2 decimal places, we get 0.77%.